It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's the 30th of December. December? November. It doesn't surprise me that I've made a faux pas. My language. Oh, time. Wow, what's going on? Anyway, it's okay if you don't have to do anything, I guess. Or something like that. It's almost dark in Edinburgh. Um, and it's been very still today. It feels like winter hibernation energy. It's quite something. So, there's a question coming through and a message about choices. How do we make choices at this particular period in consciousness and this planetary shift? Is it possible to make choices? The duality on the planet is, on one level it's increasing, on the other level we've got oneness. So there's lots of ego and lots of energy moving through. That's I'm going like this because that's what I'm seeing, is that it's literally disappearing. The ego, the density, the nonsense, I call it. So, making a choice. How do we choose? So if you imagine that you go to the supermarket or to the grocery store to buy some food, and you're standing and you're looking at the shelf, you're on your own, you're like, my goodness, there's so much to choose from. How do I choose? And I feel like that whenever I go into, well, there's a big supermarket here where I'm living just now. It's enormous. I wouldn't choose to go into a place like this, really, but, and that's choice. It's not something that I would reach out to and go into, but it's almost next door, and it's massive. It reminds me of an airport hangar. So when I first went in there, I was like, there's bright lights, there's aisles and aisles and aisles. There's an endless amount of products, and I'm like, you're kidding me, because I couldn't find anything in a place like that. And I think it says a lot about choice, and, well, definitely says a lot about consumerism. It's not necessary as far as I'm concerned. You don't need all that choice. And it's a similar thing that's happening with our mind, our ego, and our heart at the moment, is that there is an expansion happening. And so we're connecting in with the big picture. And then when it comes to the small things, and when I say small things, I'm talking about shopping, for example. Just the things, the little things that we need for ourselves. And we don't need very much. How do we make choices? Do we go with the bigger picture and being someone who's connected, where you're like, wow, I could have this, or I could have that. It's very dreamy energy. I can travel, or I can do something amazing. I can write a book. I can make something. Be creative. Express this expansion. That's really beautiful. But when it comes to being able to actually connect with what's needed for our expression, and for that part of us that wants to expand physically, so going to the other side of the planet, for example, climbing a mountain, diving deep into the ocean, whatever it might be. How do we navigate our way through life, knowing that there is so much and yet we don't need very much? We only need a very little in terms of our real fundamental needs, and primarily taking care of ourselves. Being self-sustainable, being organic. The more that we're connected with our energy system and we're able to really identify with our energy, then we actually don't need anything, because the energy is a part of us, and so we express ourselves with ourselves, and our physical body comes into alignment with that. So it doesn't manipulate, or there's nothing to do but just be. And that can be very, very difficult when you're human. Oh, I'll just be today. Or living very simply. What we don't understand at a mental level is that the less that we do, the more that we're doing. We're connecting through source consciousness, and we're able to communicate on that level, where there are no physical words like this. there's a feeling of true connection. And we might find ourselves communicating with what they call telepathy or telepathically. Being able to recognise our true connections that we don't need to strive for, but they're already there. And we don't make choices about this. It's something that is very natural and very real. So I feel that the choices that we're making in life are extremely important for our own ability to be, for the raising of the frequency on the planet. Is necessary to be still. So that's the message that's coming through today. What choices are we feeling that we need to make in life? Do we need to make any choices at all? So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm just sending a blessing through as I'm speaking. And just really fully connecting with the oneness and the source of life inside. Asinalara ishun mala ishunala I oi. Blessings and peace and lots of love. Namaste.